So I broke down the meaning of a Square World's reject, and I'm pretty sure it made a lot of y'all wonder, well, damn, Freeze, if the game is flooded with the Square World's rejects, then who belongs in the game? Who's meant for the game? So we gonna talk about it. But first, wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Let's go.
Bitch, you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored.
Okay.
I'm so sick of these.
Shout out to my good YouTube family member, Ryan Marable, who posed the question. Freeze, are you a Square World's reject? That's a good question. And I take no offense to it. Now, me, a Square World's reject? No. The reason why I wouldn't be considered a Square World's reject is because the thing about a Square World's reject is they resort to the game as a last resort, right? Like when all else fails in the Square World, they resort to the game or the street life or what have you. Me, on the other hand, that's not my story. I didn't resort to the street life as a result of being rejected in the Square World. Nah, I could have done anything with my life. It's just certain tragic or traumatic events took place in my life, and one thing leading to another, I ended up in the streets. But it wasn't because I was rejected by the Square World. You dig? I got shot, and that changed some things in my life, and I ended up in the streets. So prior to that, I was in the Square World. Everything was cool. I was real young at the time. I was only 19. But at that age, I didn't have any kids. I didn't have any felonies, and I've never had a problem putting in work, having work ethic. And I've always been fairly charismatic, good with people, a likable person. So, and I've always been one to stand up in the face of challenges. So, it wasn't like the Square World chewed me up and spit me out, and the game came and scooped me up off the ground and said, there, come on and join over here. Nah, that ain't Freeze's story, you dig? Freeze could have been anything, man. I chose to get into the streets. It wasn't like I was forced into the streets or pushed into the streets, or that's another thing too. It's not like I didn't have influences in my life that pushed me to the streets and discouraged the Square World for me. Nah, both of my parents, long-time career workers. You dig? My pops is a mailman. My mom's worked for Los Angeles County for over 30 years. So, and then all of my, out of all of my siblings, with the exception of one, I'm the only one who ever got into the streets, you dig? Most of my siblings, have careers or work square jobs and, take care of their families and do all that, right? I'm sort of a black sheep in my family, you dig, by getting off into the streets. But as far as people in the game who are not Square World's rejects, how do we know that people are meant for the game, right? See, again, like in my case, that pretty much goes for other people in the game too. They could have done other things with their life, but they chose to get into the streets. And when they chose to get to the game, if we talk about the game specifically, pimping and hoeing, they dived off into the game because they saw it to be the best thing for them. It wasn't like, damn, I can't go to school, I can't maintain a job, a good job that I want, they won't hire me. What I'm gonna do? Damn, I guess I'll just go get into the game. You dig? Nah, people in the game that's meant for the game get to the game because they see it as the best option, right? It makes the most sense to them at the time, and it's not a forced thing. You dig? Like a lot of you squares think, you squares who are against the game, which it ain't all squares. I'm talking about squares that's against the game, that's anti-game. It's not a forceful thing, and it's not a drug-induced thing. Pimps don't use drugs to get women to be with them or in the game. And to you lames that say that, pimping is, modern day slave driving or whatever. Hey, what do you say about the chicks that's out here for theyself? Because there are way more women out here selling themselves who don't have a pimp than those who do have a pimp. So what do you say? Are they enslaving themselves? As we call them, renegades? Are the renegades enslaving themselves? No. You dig? Most of them, same thing. They get in the game for a lack of a better option. Those are the square world's rejects, right? Slithering their way through the game. But no, real pimps and 304s get into the game because we see prosperity in the game. We see we just see a better quality of life for ourselves in the game. You dig? We see ourselves providing ourselves with opportunities that, no other lifestyle or walk of life is gonna provide us with in the way that we do our thing. You dig? And then it's empowering as well. To discover this game for real, man, it's an empowering thing. When you discover that you meant for the game, and when you get to understand the game and you understand that the qualities that make up a good pimp, you have those qualities about yourself and you exemplify those qualities naturally, right? Hey man, it's an empowering thing. It's an awakening. You become awakened to, certain powers that might have always been there, but they were unharnessed or undeveloped. And once you discover them, when you get in this game, man, and you harness and develop them powers, man, shit, can move mountains with this shit, man. But a square who can't relate to the game and doesn't have any interest in understanding the game, you wouldn't know that. You dig? But yeah, man. Hey, this game is a beautiful thing, man. I wouldn't have it no other way. I don't have any regrets for being in the game. I love what the game has done for me. I love what the game has been to me. I love how the game has impacted me. And, I don't have no regrets. I wouldn't go back and change nothing, even the ugly parts of it that I went through. I wouldn't change nothing. I appreciate it all, you dig? But yeah, man, that's pretty much a breakdown of the people who belong in the game. People who choose to be in the game, right? It's a matter of choice. And it's a first choice. It's not a last choice. It's not a last resort. It's not, when all else fails, jump in the game. Nah, you dig? And it's not by force. It's by choice. You dig? Let that marinate on your mind one time. Freezes it. Go ahead, put some of this good old love in your body like so. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out. Dig this.
Yeah.
I've been stroking relentless to get waves like this. I spoke into existence for her to pay like this. In the trenches on a day like this, traffic consistent, and so I have to insist that she relay my chips. It's a trap with her name on it and my game on it. Any forces coming against this game, shame on it. Standing on my pimpin' from day one and remain on it. It carried me through every terrain and I gained on it. Experience joy and pain on it, sustained on it.
But getting back to this game that I never left.
Baby, yeah, where you been?